Warning: the following video footage is intended to be shown as an example of what you shouldn't do when confronting a superior force of role-playing torrents. From the very start, you can already see three big indicators that this encounter is not gonna end well for us. First, our opponents are significantly higher level than most of our raid. Second, we are currently in the Horde territory. And last and most important, we got two players that have just transferred from high populated PvP servers. You guys remember the funny scene from Saving Private Ryan, where an American soldier sits down on a pile of bricks and accidentally triggers the whole wall to collapse, revealing a bunch of Germans having a lunch inside the building? They both then start to shout at each other during the standoff, but no one can understand each other's languages. That encounter didn't end well for the Germans. Well, spoilers, we were the Germans this time. We got absolutely crushed. But the reason why I'm showing you this clip is because it represents perfectly the difference between the mentality of the players on high populated PvP servers versus the players on the normal PvP servers, like Deviate. The two guys who attacked the Horde and doomed our raid have just transferred from Grobless and Herod, so you can understand why they behave like that. It's just the way the things work out there. However, in this video, I want everyone to understand why the I see, I kill mentality isn't just boring, but it's also ineffective and destructive for the communities of WoW Classic. Are you guys familiar with the story of Eastern Island? I'm gonna leave a link to a 4-minute explanation clip, but to be short, because of the mismanagement of the resources on the island by the residents, and because they were all separated from the outside world, just like WoW Classic realms separated from each other, the thriving culture that existed there for hundreds of years eventually extinguished itself. All that happened because the people on the island have stopped thinking about the longevity and what's better for their survival, and instead have chosen the YOLO approach to life. Absolutely the same thing applies to the communities of WoW Classic, where you can already see some PvP servers turning into PvE servers. Flamelash is the perfect example of how you can screw up an entire realm. The community of this server, when faced with the reality of a PvP realm, just decided to say, fuck it, we'll just transfer to another server and bring our pathetic attitude there. And to be honest, when I see stories like that, it doesn't make me sad one bit. It makes me angry, because these people, who gave up without a fight, will later come to WoW Classic forums to get attention from the others.
Absolutely not.
However, you shouldn't blame only the pathetic alliance players of Flamelash for this situation. The Horde is responsible as well. When you camp the flight paths or killing low levels, and no one from your faction tells you that you're a piece of shit, after some time, you wouldn't even realize that you're being a piece of shit. When everyone around you does the same thing, it becomes the norm. In fact, it actually makes the players who wanna be assholes very, very, very angry and sad, because they aren't that special anymore. Many people say that once Battlegrounds are released, the things are gonna get much less crazy than they are right now. People will farm honor on battlefields and they will leave the low-level players alone, right? Well, that kind of thinking contradicts itself, because you don't get honor from these kills anyway. The players who do it, they do it because they can, and they will continue to do so. The only way to actually decrease the amount of ganking and low-level killings by the 60s is to educate every player on your realm, whether he is from your faction or the opposite faction, that if you misbehave, there will be consequences for your actions. On Deviate, it is very common for server residents to educate the newcomers and teach them that if you behave like a jerk, people are gonna remember and make sure that you are discouraged from this kind of behavior. Are you gonna see the flight master campers and the rogues killing players on the boats here? Of course. How about the 60s killing low levels? Sure. But the community in general is moving away from the pointless camping and the killings of the low levels, and it moves towards the honorable and entertaining player-on-player interactions, where you never know what exactly gonna happen when you see the player from the opposite faction. Maybe he decides to fight, maybe he doesn't.
My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Deviate is the perfect example of a strong and super fun classic WoW community. So come on over and join us on our realm. I truly hope that we can set an example and make the other WoW Classic realms follow our path. If you're still watching this video, make sure to leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. It only takes 1 second, but it matters enormously. Thank you for your time, and special thanks to the Thunderhoof tribe and the Red Army guilds for participating in an event. And I hope that everyone who watched this video till the end has a wonderful and very productive week. Rusky Husky.